Do you want to build stronger, more respectful relationships with the women in your life? Discover the timeless wisdom of legendary samurai Miyamoto Musashi as we explore the 8 things that you should never do for a woman. Stick around to learn how Musashi's teachings can guide you to become a better partner and person. Lesson 1. Don't try to change her. As one of Miyamoto Musashi's most important lessons, it is important to understand and accept how things really are. Musashi thought that people should watch things without getting in the way and let them show what they really are. This theory means that we should never try to change a woman when it comes to relationships. Each person is different and has their own dreams, fears, skills, and weaknesses. If you try to change a woman, you're telling her she's not good enough the way she is. This could be very bad for her self-esteem and for the trust in your relationship. Musashi would tell us to love her just the way she is, to see her real nature without trying to change it. You are also ignoring the basic concept of acceptance when you try to change her. Being able to accept each other is a key part of any healthy friendship. It means accepting a person for who they are, including their good and bad sides. The way of the fighter taught by Musashi teaches us to accept things as they are and work within those limits instead of trying to change them. People who try to change others often do so because they want to feel in control and safe. It shows that you don't respect the other person's right to be alone and unique. Musashi's lessons stress how important it is to treat everyone with respect and honor. To honor a woman is to accept her as she is and be there for her as she grows and learns about herself. In real life, this lesson tells us to be loving partners who build up the strengths of those we care about and help them get through tough times without forcing our will on them. Being there to listen, to understand, and to give them a safe place to be themselves is what it means. In this way, we build a connection based on trust and respect, where both people can do well. Lesson 2. Don't tell her lies. In all parts of life, Musashi's philosophy stresses how important it is to be honest and have ethics. Lying could mean the difference between life and death for a warrior. Lying hurts relationships because it breaks trust, which is what makes a tie strong. Because of this, you should never lie to a woman. Whether you're lying about something big or small, it gets in the way of your relationship with your partner. It hurts faith and makes people suspicious and angry. When little lies add up over time, they can cause a big breach of trust. The lessons that Musashi taught us tell us that a warrior's word is their bond. People won't trust you at all if they can't trust you to tell the truth. To be honest, you have to do more than just not lie. You have to be open and clear. This means telling your partner what you think, feel, and have done. Being open and letting her see your true self is what it means. Musashi thought that real strength comes from within, and that means being able to be honest and open, even when it's hard. When you tell a woman the truth, it shows that you value her feelings enough to do so. This also shows that you trust her with your real self, which can make your relationship stronger. Being open and vulnerable in this way can make a friendship stronger and more satisfying. Being honest shows respect. Being honest with your partner shows that you care about her enough to do so. It also shows that you value yourself enough to live your life as it really is. Self-respect and dignity are very important in Musashi's teachings. These rules guide your life, and be honest to live by them. This lesson tells us that we should be honest with each other in our relationships. Not only should we not lie, but we should also be honest about how we feel and what we think. It means being ready to have tough conversations when they're needed and being ready to deal with the results of our deeds. In this way, we build relationships based on trust and respect, which are important for being happy and fulfilled in the long run. Lesson 3. Never treat her badly. The idea of respect is very important to Musashi. He thought that respect was important in all situations, from battle to regular life. When you are in a relationship with a woman, loving her means caring about her and seeing her as a unique person. Because of this, you should never treat a woman badly. There are a lot of different ways to show disrespect, from direct insults and words that put others down to more subtle actions like ignoring or not caring. Disrespecting someone takes away from their worth and honor, no matter what form it takes. It makes the relationship unhealthy, so neither person can grow. Musashi taught us that being humble and showing respect is what makes us strong. A fighter who treats others badly is not really strong. They are just scared and insecure. The main reason people act disrespectfully in relationships is often because they feel insecure and want to be in charge. True power, on the other hand, comes from putting other people down and honoring them. In order to show respect, you have to see and value the other person's worth. It means paying attention to what she has to say, respecting her opinion, and being kind and thoughtful to her. Also, it means accepting her limits and giving her space. Musashi's way of the warrior stresses how important it is to understand and value how things work. In a partnership, this means seeing your partner as a unique person with her own wants, needs, and limits, and respecting those. When you show a woman respect, you make her feel like she is important and valued. This makes them feel safe and trusting, which is important for a good relationship. Respect makes both people feel safe enough to say what they want and work toward their goals, which leads to growth and support for both people. This lesson tells us that we should treat each other with respect in real life. This means paying attention to what we say and do, carefully listening, and valuing our partner's point of view. It also means letting her be independent and helping her in what she does. By doing this, we build a connection based on admiration and respect for each other, where both people can grow. Lesson 4. Don't promise things you can't keep. Miyamoto Musashi's lessons stress how important it is to keep your word. As a fighter, making a promise is like making a holy bond. Breaking that bond is a very bad thing to do. When it comes to relationships, this theory means you should never tell a woman something you can't keep. Promises are a way to commit, and they set standards. When you promise to do something, you mean that you will do everything you can to keep your word. Not only does breaking a promise make the other person sad, but it also hurts the connection and trust. The thought of Musashi tells us that what we say we will do is what we promise, so we should be very careful about what we say we will do. Most of the time, people make promises they can't keep because they want to please someone or stay out of trouble. This short-term gain can hurt you in the long run, though. It is much better to tell the truth about what you can and can't do. Musashi thought that a real fighter faced the truth straight on and didn't try to hide it. In relationships, this means being honest about what you can and can't do and not taking on too much. It means being honest about what you can actually do and being ready to have tough talks when they need to be had. Musashi's way of the warrior stresses how important it is to live in line with truth and not make up false expectations. People will trust and believe in you more if you keep the promises you make. Your partner knows she can count on you and that you will do what you say you will do. This makes them feel safe and stable, which is important for a good relationship. In real life, this lesson tells us to be careful about the vows we make and to be honest about what we can't do. This means being honest with ourselves about what we can do and not taking on too much. It also means being honest and open with our partner and ready to have tough talks when they need to happen. In this way, we build relationships built on honesty and trust, which are important for long-term happiness and fulfillment. Lesson 5. Don't try to control or handle her. The lessons of Miyamoto Musashi stress how important freedom and independence are. A real warrior doesn't try to control or trick other people. Instead, they accept their right to be themselves. This means that you should never try to control or trick a woman when you're in a relationship. It is disrespectful and dishonorable to try to control and trick other people. They take away the other person's freedom and respect, which makes the situation toxic and dangerous. Musashi thought that respect and honor, not power and control, were what made someone truly strong. In a partnership, this means letting your partner be herself and respecting her right to be alone. People who manipulate others often do so out of fear and nervousness. The tone shows that you don't trust the other person and want to be in charge. You can't really have power, though, unless you earn it through respect and trust. The Way of the Warrior by Musashi teaches us to face our fears and doubts head-on and to build up our inner power and confidence. You can build a connection based on trust and mutual respect with a woman if you respect her independence and let her be herself. This makes them feel safe and stable, which is important for a good relationship. It also helps each other grow and support each other because both people feel safe talking about their feelings and going after their goals. In real life, this lesson tells us to treat our relationships with care and trust. This means being aware of what we say and do, accepting our partner's right to be alone, and letting her be herself. It also means facing our fears and doubts head-on and building up our inner power and confidence. By doing this, we build connections based on trust and respect for each other, which are good for both people. Lesson 6. Don't pass her by. Musashi's worldview stresses how important it is to be present and aware. Being fully present and aware in the present moment is what a real hero does. This rule means that you should never ignore a woman when it comes to relationships. There is a difference between ignoring your partner and not caring about them. It makes her feel like she is not important or respected, which can be very bad for her self-esteem and the relationship. Musashi thought that being fully present and involved in the present moment made you strong. This includes being fully present and involved in your interactions. You're telling a woman that she's not worth your time and attention when you ignore her. It's possible for this to make you feel lonely, rejected, and angry, which can weaken your connection. Musashi's teachings tell us that a real warrior is always there, aware, and involved in the present moment and with other people. Being present and involved in your relationship means paying attention to your partner, respecting her point of view, and trying to figure out what she wants and needs. You have to be there for her through good times and bad, and show her that you care about and value her. Musashi's way of the warrior stresses the value of being present and aware. This means being present and involved in your interactions. In real life, this lesson tells us to work on being present and aware in our interactions. This means paying attention to what our partner wants and needs, listening carefully, and trying to see things from her point of view. Also, you need to be there for her through good times and bad, and show her that you respect and care about her. In this way, we build relationships based on trust, respect, and support for each other, which are good for both people. Lesson 7. Don't cheat on her. Honor and honesty are very important in Musashi's lessons. As a fighter, cheating is a form of dishonor, which is a very bad thing to do. This idea means that you should never cheat on a woman when it comes to relationships. If you cheat on your partner, you're breaking their trust and the promise you made to them. It threatens the stability of your relationship and can cause a lot of mental pain and harm. Musashi thought that honor and honesty made a person truly strong. Being honest and reliable in relationships was part of this. When you cheat on a woman, you're telling her that she's not important or valuable. Having these feelings can make you feel rejected, betrayed, and angry, which can weaken your connection. Musashi's teachings tell us that a real warrior is always honest and loyal, and that includes being loyal and honest with your partner. When you're in a relationship, being true means giving your partner your full attention and support. It means keeping the promise you made and being honest and dependable. Musashi's way of the warrior stresses the value of honor and honesty. Being loyal and committed in your relationships is part of this. This lesson tells us that we should treat others with respect and honesty in our relationships. This means giving our partner our full attention and loyalty, both physically and mentally. What it also means is being honest and dependable and keeping the promises we've made. In this way, we build relationships based on trust, respect, and support for each other, which are good for both people. Lesson 8. Don't stop her from growing. Musashi's lessons stress how important it is to grow and get better. Every day, a real hero works to get better at what they do and become a better person. When it comes to relationships, this theory means that you should never stop a woman from growing. Stopping your partner from growing is a way to control and trick them. It takes away her freedom and sense of self-worth, making the situation toxic and dangerous. Musashi thought that respect and honor, not power and control, were what made someone truly strong. In a relationship, this means letting your partner make her own decisions and helping her grow and get better. Stopping a woman from growing is like telling her she is not good enough or strong enough to reach her goals. This can make you angry, frustrated, and like you're not good enough, which can weaken your relationship. As Musashi taught, a real fighter is always looking to grow and get better. As a partner, you should help your partner grow and get better too. Being there for your partner on her trip and encouraging her to go after her goals and dreams are ways to support her growth. It means letting her be herself and valuing her right to be alone. Musashi's way of the fighter stresses how important it is to grow and get better. And one way to do this is to help your partner grow and get better. In real life, this lesson tells us to make sure that the people we love back and encourage each other. Being there for our partner on her trip and encouraging her to follow her goals and dreams are part of this. It also means letting her be herself and valuing her right to be alone. In this way, we build relationships based on trust, respect, and support for each other, which are good for both people. Ultimately, Miyamoto Musashi's lessons teach us a lot about how to make relationships that are healthy and satisfying. When we deal with the women in our lives, these 8 lessons can help us treat them with honor, respect, and honesty. By doing this, we build partnerships based on trust, respect, and help for each other, where both people can grow and thrive.